And hello everybody, I'm Iskander Mizbekov, and today I record video from forest. I leave my children with my neighbor, teenagers. He looks at our children for money, and it's convenient for him because he's teenager and he needs money. We can give him a little money and he watch at our children. My wife goes to some gym and I'm going to walk in my lovely place in forest. I'm really excited to walk in forest, guys. Today it's cold and I have had a little bit argued with my wife about some little topic, but we was argue each hour, angry with each other, and our children have seen all this conflict between me and my wife. It's just to a little bit, I think, push our selfishness, and we have short temper, and we was argue, and the key point, the most of problem that our children have seen this conflicts moment, and I'm a little bit nervous about it because we forgive after 1 hour, maybe 2 hours after these conflicts. We forgive each other with my wife. It's normal because we have this kind of rules in our life that if we sometimes complicated, we must after forgive together. It doesn't matter how much often, how much time we complicated. Very importantly to forgive each other and don't be in argue, don't be in some negative things a lot of time, because it's take a lot of energy. It's take, and we lose a lot of energy when we take offense, when we being negative about something. And I have seen, guys, in my life that my children to recorded, to copyright my behaviors in some negative situation, how I behave myself, how I have been in some negative situation. For example, when I argue in my wife, my children copyright ourselves. It means if I have some negative habits, some negative behaviors, and when our children have seen it, when our children see some negative habits, some negative behaviors in his parents, in this situation, in myself, when I show him, when I show my family some my negative behavior, my negative sides, which I want to change in my life, but now sometimes when I lose my control, I can be negatively be I can show my negative sides to my family, to my children, and I have seen that my children copyright myself. That's why if I just say my children, for example, that son, don't do the same action, it means, guys, for example, when I be upset, I don't know why I have some ideas to beat something, to beat some stuff in my home, for example. Yes, it's good habits. Yes, guys, it's it is my negative habits that I want to change in my life. But when I'm was upset, when something do wrong in my life, when I lose my control, no, I don't as usual lose my control, to be honest. Just I want that my wife respect me, and when we argue, we show together each other when we don't respect to each other. I can be rude with her, she can be rude with me, impolite, and these things kill in this moment our life, and we show together really negative sides each other. It's sometimes it's being, guys, I don't know how we can refuse these things, how we can reduce some arguments in our life, maybe work on our selfishness, try to be more conscious. Sometimes, yes, I realize that, for example, somebody talk some negative things for me. No, as usual, it's our family, as usual. To be honest, guys, to be honest, people who not so close for us try to be polite, try to show respect for us, and as usual, only close for us people, our family, our relatives, our wife or husband, can show really face, can said something that can be not comfortable for us. Pay. I have seen that really close, really only as usual our family make strong our patient. We use our passion, we can develop our passion as usual inside our family, because how I talked before, with some people, with some partners, colleagues, community, neighborhoods, we try to be polite, try to show only positive sides ourselves, our behaviors. But in family, sometimes we can lose some, we can be short temper, lose control, be angry, arguing about something, to show our selfishness. And I will try to work in these my negative habits, because I don't want that my children do my mistake. Sometimes when I can do something, for example, I try to build some toys, for example, it's go from my childhood, and if I can do it, I can in some moment push him, beat him these toys, maybe oh, I can do it, and put this toys. And now sometimes when I argue with my wife, I can put some plate, for example, put some something in my house. And when my children see these things, when my children have seen that his father, when argue with his mother, break something, my children upset about it, first of all, and secondly, my children copyright my behaviors when with our children, and I have seen today that my son, he is 4 years old, he friend with our neighborhoods, our neighbor son, his name, he is 6 years old, and my son one time when we talk about something say, if you don't do something, I push your toys. He set this requirement, his friends, that if you do something what I want, I break you toes. I break you toes. And these things, when I see that how my negative behaviors, how my negative habits, maybe some inside me, impact in my children, and I don't like and don't pray of these my negative habits. I dislike these negative habits. I want to change myself. Don't want to break something when I be upset. That's why I will try. Maybe I will think about give some promise to not push something, to not break something in this negative moment. Give permission to God, to spirits, that I never being so much worthless. It means that I don't break something that when I'm being upset. I don't know, guys, to be honest, I can give up one very strong in myself addiction. It was so much hard. I can't give up this addiction 20 years old, and only through one things, when I have read one books, it's really good books, and I can use only one thing from these books, and these one things help me give up my habits, my addiction, which I can't give up more than 20 years. Can you imagine, guys? Maybe in one video I will talk about it. If I not mistaken, if I am remember, if I am right, remember, one time I have talked about it. I have one negative one time from my youth time habits. Watched pornography. I have this addiction, watch pornography, and I can give up this addiction through one strong instrument. I give promise to God that I give up this addiction if God help me to win one competition in my job, and if I can keep doing this watching pornography, I can lose my children, my family health. I give this permission. It's hard permission, guys. It's hard permission, and only this hard permission, only this really difficult permission, which I give to God, to spirits, helped me give up this addiction. this strong addiction, which I couldn't give up any 20 years. And now, what I talked before, I have seen that my children, really our children, copyright our all our positive and all our negative behaviors. That's why, guys, it's really, these things really motivated me to do myself better, in each sides in my life. And I thank for my children. It's some kind of my teachers. My children motivate me, give up my negative habits, and make me better, because I don't like some my behaviors in my life. Yes, I use it because it's helped me feel me, I don't know, don't maybe better. I was grow up in big family. I had 2 brothers and 1 sister. I was a little children in big family, and when we argue, when we will argue with my brother, for example, I can in this moment break some toys, break some things, and only with my family life show up me that I don't lose these habits, don't lose this addiction from my childhood, from my youth. Really interesting moment, guys. And I think, I hope, I believe that if I think about it, if I am conscious thinking about it, try to build some plan. For example, I can think, okay, when I next time be upset, be argue, how I can impact in my behaviors, how I can impact in myself to give up these things, to not doing these things. I will think about it. Now I don't have some answer in these questions, but yeah, guys, it's really hard when we lose our control, when we have short-tempered. Yes, we sometimes can say some negative things, some negative words. We can be so much bad person that after sometimes, when we recognize ourselves, when we remind ourselves, we be worried about this story. And if we have family, our children automatically copyright and translate these things, these habits in real life. And these things, it's in addition, it's my children motivate me give up some negative habits in my life. And I maybe it's look like I think I like poor me, not, guys. It's not I don't record this video. I don't have things that some people think poor me or this kind of things. I just say truth about myself, show that I am a generous people. I have the same with majority people negative behavior patterns, and I try to show up how I try give up my negative habits, how I try to change myself, being happy. I try to live happy, and I think when we have some negative addiction, negative habits, these negative habits, this negative part in our life prevent us from happy life. That's why, guys, I'm sharing with you with some of my troubles, with some of my problems. It's maybe not some really it's not some really troubles, guys, not some really but these things can impact in our mood, in our happiness, and through it I want to be better, and I recognized it and I understood it in my life and want to share with you. It is my maybe purpose, guys, maybe purpose. Okay, see you. It's enough for this video, I think.